I was embarrassed about my video setup for years, but it got me to this point, so welcome back to the vlog. I watched a lot of YouTube growing up, and I would watch creators like Casey Neistat, David Dobrik, Roman Atwood, and they would all be using these fancy cameras, making their videos look super professional, and made me think like I can't afford that. And then I stumbled upon Tom Syndicate, and he uses his phone to make vlogs. I think to this day he still uses his phone to make vlogs, and that opened my eyes to vlogging and just the entire world of YouTube, and I looked at YouTube completely differently after that point. So when I first started YouTube, I filmed it all on my phone. My first 100 subscribers, I'm pretty sure, were all filmed. I had my phone to film all of those videos, and I was a little embarrassed at the time because not a lot of people were using their phones to film. Not a lot of like upcoming people, new YouTubers, were using their phones to film. Everyone was either using a point and shoot camera or they had their own mirrorless camera, which I could not afford at the time. So I just used my phone, and whenever someone asked me about what I was using, I'd be a little too embarrassed to say that I was using my phone. I felt like to be a proper YouTuber, you needed like a camera, dedicated camera to film everything, and I didn't have that. But I did really enjoy the videos I made and videos I captured on my phone. A lot of my favorite videos are ones that I've captured and filmed on my phone, and they still are, to this day, my favorite videos to watch because they just capture the raw energy and the raw moment that was happening a lot better than a lot of my mirrorless cameras. So honestly, if you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel or starting your content journey, don't be afraid to just use your phone. Nowadays, the phone is like amazing. Phone quality is amazing, and you shouldn't wait until you feel like you're ready and have the proper gear. You should just start, because honestly, you won't ever feel ready throughout this entire process. Everything about making YouTube video is a learning process. And I've learned what equipment works for me, what script works for me, and a lot of other things that honestly I'll get into later in this video. Nowadays, there are more people trying to create with their phones, and they're starting to run into the same problems I had with bad quality audio, awkward angles, and having to carry multiple things just to film one video. And I feel for them. I literally was dealing with the exact same thing a couple years ago, trying to understand what products works for me and what products I should probably be using. So I started thinking, what if I created something that I could give someone that I wish I could have had when I first started, that solves all my problems of having bad audio, awkward angles, having to carry multiple things at once, and something that I've always wanted to have when filming on my phone. And that leads me to this semester, where I had the wonderful opportunity to partner up with Shure and create an audio recording device for day-in-the-life content creators like myself. So today marks the first day of our new project, which is in collaboration with Shure, but right now I'm getting ready to head to Shure's office in Niles because we are going to be meeting the designers, getting to know what their products look like, what they feel like, the backing behind it, ask them any questions we have about the project brief, and honestly just like get to know the Shure people a little bit more, build some connections. I'm excited because this is like a big name company that we're working with. This is the biggest name company that any of us has worked with. Y'all vibe with the green or what? Y'all vibe with the bag matching the shirt or no? Let me know. I wanted to make something that was similar to a tripod on your phone, so I looked into Ulanzi and Moth because those are kind of the popular brands right now. And this is like something I came up with. It would have different tripod mounts, different ways that the tripod sticks onto your phone. So there's like the Ulanzi one, that's very similar. This one's also just a regular tripod. And then there's like the MOV cases where like origami. And I think I really like this idea of having the microphone slide in and out. And then one thing I noticed and a lot of reviews recommended was that the MOV cases were a little too like, what's it called? What's the word? Too flimsy, and they're easy to tilt over. So that's something that I have to kind of go back in the drawing board and try to figure out. A suggestion that my professor made, because I am making a tripod that folds, was to look at folding chairs. So I have one back there, and analyze how they fold. And after talking to some like engineering friends who actually understand physics better than I do, they kind of told me that the phone has to be like the center of mass has to be in the middle of where the axis is in order for it to be stable, because the MOV cases are not really as stable as advertised. It's a little wobbly, so folding chairs are one of the examples of like something being stable that folds. So I've been analyzing this folding chair, and I think I have an idea of how to make my my mechanism work. I just finished printing my pieces. I'm using red filament right now just for testing, but this snap fit, this is supposed to close in together, but it's not fitting, so I need to tweak that. Yeah, I don't know why it's not fitting. This is so annoying. And then this piece is supposed to go on the back of here, and it's also not fitting, so I need to figure out that. I thought I got all the tolerance right, but I guess not. The idea is to get this MagSafe ring to be able to fit in here, but I have a bunch of like tolerance issues, so I need to start like mass printing just to see like all the tolerance works, and like so it stays on there like this, and then this is supposed to go like here like this. It's like this thick. That's not bad. So I just came back from class and my print is done printing. Letting the focus, come on, focus. Yep, there you go. Let's see how it turned out. Bro, this sucks. My microphone has to be so small, and every piece has to be so small that like my printer is just not good enough for that. Okay, to be fair, I'm printing things that are like 2 millimeters thick, which is really small. Wait, let me show you. 2 millimeters thick. And it has to be like decently small so that I'm able to make it as compact as possible, but it's a little bit difficult to do because, at least 3D printing it, because my printer's not that good. I'm gonna be honest. The Ender 3 is not good with small objects. So like I said yesterday, it's very similar to a folding chair. The idea of this joint is inspired by a folding chair. Okay, it's like this, and then this sits on top, like this. Okay, it's not that bad actually. Yeah, it's like this. So then the phone would go here. But the reason everything's shifting is because there's no joints to hold it in place. So if I had joints, or if I had rods to hold everything in place, I think it should be fine. Now I just need to go back into SolidWorks and actually make these thicker instead of whatever thin little piece I had. So I have good news and actually great news. So right now, I'm pretty much done with my CAD model. So I threw it into KeyShot, and this is what it kind of looks like with all the materials that I need. Low key, I kind of like it a lot. It's what I wanted it to look like actually, and it's kind of tough. I won't lie, it's kind of tough. I might go into my CAD file and add some fillets, just to like give it an extra oomph and like that little extra like finish. But so far I'm just testing out materials and it's kind of nice. I'm breaking out really bad on this side. This side's not as bad, but my left side for some reason is really bad. Yeah, so let me get some renders done, and it's looking good. It got me motivated. These renders got me motivated to finish. All right, we have renders started. I got my material kind of finished and like working. So right now I'm just rendering some stuff, just testing things out, just testing out the materials. So far, it looks pretty good. I won't lie. I'm kind of proud of. It's low key fire. Anyways, so right now I'm just gonna do a bunch of renders, and then I think I finished with my CAD. I need to add like Sure's branding on here though still, but that I can just either put in post or like emboss a picture on it straight up into the thing. I have 4 days left until this is all due. It's time to lock in. Cue the lock in montage. There is officially 2 days left until my Sure project is due. And today we are sanding all of our prints. Currently a tornado warning happening right now, and I'm in the basement hallway sanding my products away because I need to work on that.
You're fucking kidding me, bro. Why am I doing it? I think there's a bug. There's a spider.
There's a spider? Oh, no.
Dude, I thought it was like
Drew, step on it! Whoa. Dude, it's orange.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god, we're gonna die. Oh my god, Tim. I can't believe it works. So, look, while I wait for my paint to dry, I have to solder some lights on for my microphone. The idea is to solder this light that goes inside of this piece right here. So it's supposed to go like this, hopefully. And then put pogo pins on the back of here. Can you see? On the back of here would be a pogo pin. Would go a pogo pin. Yo, twin fit. There'd be a pogo pin like this, and then I'm able to have another side have the pogo pin, and then they connect, and the light turns on. So we're gonna get that done today. Let's go.
Let's go. You're done.
We're done.
Till tomorrow.
We're done till tomorrow. That's cool. That's kind of cool. Let me introduce you to the MVC5, the first ever short-form content creation audio device for the day in the life creator. It's connected via USB-C and it stays on your phone with MagSafe. There are 2 leg tripods that raises your phone so they can always be at eye level when you're recording, and a sliding shotgun mic so that you can get crispy audio anywhere you go. I also include a mirror on the back for creators who love using the 0.5 camera so you can always be in frame. So over the years I have used a lot of gear, and I've probably spent a lot of money trying to find what exactly works for me and what solves my problems. And honestly, I started this journey embarrassed to be seen filming, and now I'm designing tools to help creators that are similar to me to pursue their own dreams of filming. And that's honestly something I never thought I would do. And this project was really exciting for me. It was more of a passion project wrapped up into a class project, And that almost will never happen in your design history. This one got lucky. This one means something to me. And I was able to create something that lives on the intersection of who I am as a creator and who I am going to become as a designer. And that doesn't happen often. And this project isn't perfect by any means. There's still little tweaks I want to make to it, but it's the experience that it helped solve one of my problems that I've had with filmmaking for the longest time, and the realization that I can just solve my problems myself instead of trying to buy something to solve my problems for me. And if you're watching this and you haven't been able to take that leap to pursue content because you don't have the proper gear, just do it. Honestly, just record that video on your phone, post it. Who cares what people think? Who cares what gear you have? As long as you're able to start, that's already doing more than other people. You'll eventually get what you need and find your workflow. It usually all works out. So thanks for watching.